Hi, very good day to you. I hope you're well. Welcome to this lifestyle lecture about water. Really important stuff. So grab yourself a vessel, drink it, get yourself a pint of water ready to go, and let's start to hydrate. Okay, so the question that's on the ticker tape down here is how drinking water or more water can help you lose weight. Can it? Is it true? Is it a myth? Let's find out some facts. Now, if you tuned into this is the same lecture I taught last week. However, it cut off halfway through. So I'm back with you with the full journey of this one, and hopefully it will go all the way through. So grab yourself a drink of water. Let's talk you through some facts and ways that will really help you in the future. Cheers. So the take-home message for all of this is, yes, water is really helpful if you're trying to lose weight. I'm going to chuck in a caveat here there as well. It's also really helpful if you want to gain weight as well. It's not always about a weight loss journey. It can also be about a weight gain journey. Okay, so let's start with the obvious facts. Water. This is 100% calorie free. Okay, it's going to help you burn more calories. It's going to suppress your appetite. It's going to fill up your stomach a little bit as well if you consume it before meals. Quite obvious. We're going to fill up that cavity, that gap that's our stomach, and put in something that's completely calorie free. It's brilliant. It's great for hydrating you. It's the best hydration product out there. All these creams and everything else that are out there, 70-80% of it is water. Some of them are as much as 94-95% water as well. So hydration is great. Try and hydrate yourself from the inside out. Let your body do the hydration of your skin. You might need some other products out there as well, but here we go. So, top tip so far, it's 100% calorie free, okay? The benefits of it is that you can use it to replace other things that you would normally drink, whether it's caffeinated drinks, your tea, coffees, all those type of things, or whether it's your sugary beverages or whatever it is out there, okay? So, a great way of therefore reducing the number of calories you're putting in. So, here's point number one. Drinking water is going to reduce the amount of calories that you bring into your day. So if you're drinking water which is 0 calories, you're then going to have less calories going into your body than if you were drinking something else that's got, whether it's a smoothie or something like that, it's going to have less calories being brought into you. Okay, but drinking water is just one piece of the weight gain or weight loss journey. So let's have a look at some more facts. By drinking water, you will burn calories by just drinking this and putting it into your body. So drinking half a litre, that's a pint of water, will increase the amount of calories burned by 1 hour. That's the stats. You burn calories for an hour after drinking that pint of water. So how does that work? And what are the calories burnt behind it? So the studies indicate that drinking a pint of water increases your calories burned by a whopping 23 calories. Yeah, that's all you get for it. 23 extra calories burned by drinking that pint of water. That's not a lot, Rob, is it? No, it's not. But if you multiply that by a year, based on drinking around 3 to 4 of those every single day, over a year, that's 17,000 calories. Now, everything to do with exercise, movement, and everything, as far as I'm concerned, is about regularity, consistency, and making it happen. 17,000 calories for drinking 3 to 4 pints of water throughout your day over a year. Now, if you want to know what that is in fat, if you think about a block of butter being 250 grams, okay, it's around the equivalent of 2 kilograms of fat. So that's 8 of those blocks of butter. That's 4.4 pounds. Okay, so that's quite a significant loss off your body. So yeah, drink more water. It's going to burn calories by drinking it. Here we go, another top tip. So drinking water before your meals can definitely reduce your appetite. 9 times out of 10, when we're hungry, we're actually thirsty. We have something called ghrelin. It's a hormone that's released into our body that makes us feel that we need to put something into our body to fill up the stomach. Okay, 9 times out of 10, it's actually we're dehydrated. We need to get more water into our body. The other part is it's trying to crave wholesome foods. So, and wholesome foods tend to have a lot of water in them. You know, most bananas will have 70 to 80% water in them. Most celery is like 94% water. You know, you've got a huge amount of water that comes in from whole foods. So water, really, really important. But if you drank a pint of water before your meals, you reduce the amount of appetite that you've got because you're getting the hydration 100%. That is 100% water, isn't it? Yeah, it's 100% hydration. So, yeah, as a result, you're going to need to eat less food because you're going to require less water from the food you eat. Even a biscuit, for example, is 10% water. You've got to eat a lot of biscuits to get a pint of water, though, haven't you? So think about it that way. Once your body has got the right amount of nutrient into itself, okay, it will start releasing lovely leptin into the body. Leptin is a hormone that makes you feel makes you feel full. It counteracts the hormone of ghrelin. So get the right amount of hydration in, and you're likely to decrease the amount of calories you're going to put into your body. And as a result, if you're on a weight loss journey and you're trying to get into a calorie deficit, it's a brilliant way of making sure that you stay on track. Okay, so they did a study of this, and they were talking about the amount of water drunk before breakfast. Now, with my clients, I spend a lot of time saying to them, the first thing you should, or the last thing you should do at bedtime is put a pint of water beside your bed. And the reason behind that is when you wake up in the morning, you can then drink a pint of water. Really important, because in the morning, and this is if you need to obviously counter this if you're a shift worker. But if you normally sleep and wake up at say 6 o'clock in the morning, for example, between the hours of 4 in the morning and midday is your excretion phase, and that's where you want to hydrate and get lots more water into your body. So getting the water in first thing in the morning, really important. So have a pint of water first thing in the morning. Have another pint of water within half an hour. It's a really good way of hydrating your body, flushing out the organs and toxins that have been created overnight by your body regrowing. But then if you can drink more water before breakfast, and you might find, wow, that's just way too much water, Rob, I can't do that. So, maybe move that pint of water, even if it's half a pint of water, to having it before your breakfast. And that's going to reduce the amount of calories you consume during that meal. Now, the science behind it is they did a lot of research on it, and they reckon that by drinking at least half a pint to a pint of water before your breakfast will reduce the amount of calories by 13%. Now, again, you multiply that over the year, and you're going to be talking of tens of thousands of calories you're going to reduce over the year. Again, consistency and regularity of your training and the quality of nutrition. So there we go. So the next part we're going to look at is drinking water is linked to reduced calorie intake and a lower risk of weight gain as well. So according to studies, again, 1 to 2 litres, so that's 2 to 4 pints of water every day, is enough to assist in weight loss. And so the final thing I was going to tell you about is the studies that have drunk, that were looking at people who drink mostly water. Now we're talking about a 13% reduction in breakfast because, again, our body's through that excretion phase. But lunchtime and evening meals, of course, is the time where our body's trying to absorb more calories and nutrients, getting us ready for that night time so that our body can regrow and get ourselves ready for the next day. So although breakfast reduction is about 13%, main meals can be around 9% reduction. Now, remember that our lunchtime and our evening meals tend to be bigger meals. They could be, 500 to 1,000 calories, for example. So a 9% reduction in there could be anything between, 100 to 200 or 300 calories being reduced in your calorie intake. Again, you start multiplying that through the week, and you can start to see some massive gains in reducing the amount of calories you need to take. Now, there's a converse to this as well. What if you're trying to gain weight and it's difficult for you to gain weight? Well, yes, increase the amount of foods that have got lots of water within them. Okay, so things like fruit, vegetables, etc. They're really, really good for us. And so maybe have a look at those as your option. There we go. So here we go. A bit of a summary for you. So the take-home message is, yes, water is absolutely vital for us. We need it. You can live 21 days without your food, but 2 days without drinking water, and you're going to be really in a bit of a pickle. So hydration is really important. So yes, it will reduce the amount of calories. It will burn calories just by drinking it. It will reduce your appetite by filling your stomach beforehand, and then finally it will reduce the amount of calories that you want to absorb or intake during your meals as well. So there you go, a bit of a summary there for you. I hope that's really useful for you. Get your water in. It is the number one for me. And ideally, I drink between 6 and 8 pints of water every single day. So that's quite a lot, but your body does need it. And especially during the winter months as well, you'll find that you'll eat more because you've got things like the central heating on at the moment, and your body central heating is doing its job of kind of keeping you warm, but obviously drying your body out at the same time. So you will need to drink more water in the winter. You also sweat a lot more in the winter because your body's trying to keep itself warm, and it's going to be shivering a lot as well. So you will need to hydrate more in the winter. So that's your challenge. Go on board with it. See how it goes. Quite difficult to drink water in the winter because that's the way it is. It's quite easier in the summer when it's obviously hot outside and you want it to be refreshing for you. But there's your challenge. Can you increase your water? Hope that's useful for you. Any questions, come and find me and ask away. Otherwise, we'll see you next time for our next training session. Thanks so much for joining me. Cheers.